2, 3. Hey, what's going on, you all? How y'all doing? It's the Midwest thing. My name is Chris from the Lou.
Hey, beautiful people. I'm Lady V.
So how y'all doing? Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Well, actually, it's tomorrow. This is February 13th for recording this, and so happy Valentine's Day to you all couples out there in relationships or marriages. Um, so we got relationship Valentine's Day episode. We're gonna do a couple questions, and then my lady, Miss Lady V, has some things we're gonna talk about, and we're gonna go from there.
Okay. So, I was thinking we could start with a little icebreaker question.
Okay.
So, Valentine's Day, love, all of that stuff or whatever.
Right. Right.
What do you say is like your top three
Mhm.
love songs?
Top 3 love songs. Love
Top
songs.
three love songs.
That's a lot. That's a lot because that's a lot of songs I like. But
So, if anybody know us personally,
right
Mr. Chris from the Lou, like share songs
on Facebook,
all
yeah.
the
On
time
Facebook, yeah.
and tag me in them. So I
Yeah.
feel like this shouldn't have been hard for him,
It's
but
not that hard, but it is hard
but I can start
because.
with mine.
Go ahead.
So for me, my top three love songs of all time.
Mhm.
Well, I'm not gonna say it all time, but just for me personally.
Mhm.
So Steady Love by India
And
Ari.
Yari. Yeah.
I like Commitment by Monica.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then Us versus the World by Fabulous. So I feel like the last two are more like what I desire in a relationship
Mhm.
versus like old lovey dovey type songs.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah,
All right. Um, the last one, I don't think I actually heard that one.
Us versus the
Us
World.
versus the world.
I played it for you before, but I could definitely share it with you again.
All right, cause I'm like fabulous.
For
I ain't
better,
I
for
ain't.
worse, to death do us part. And we started with some candles. Girl, you like a piece of art.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Cool. 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 Um. Well, I got a lot of songs, but the ones I share the most will be probably "Parts of a List" by Neo, "Religious" by Neo, "Matrimony" with Usher and Wale, and those like 3 right there. But then it's a lot of Neo songs because I love you. Because of you. It's called Because of You.
Okay.
That was on by Neo too.
Yeah.
I hate that I love you, but it sounds bad, but it's actually you listen to the song. It's Neo and Rihanna. That's a good one.
It's a good song.
Um, then I got parts of it. Did I say parts of the list?
Yeah.
Okay. So
You
I
want to give me 10, I just asked for 3.
yeah, I know, right? I know, right? But no, and Usher's "There Goes My Baby." That's another one I like too. I play that one a lot. So I got a lot. I don't have 3.
You got a playlist.
I got a whole. You already know I got a whole
But
playlist.
you should have a top 3.
I don't.
But okay.
I don't have a top 3 though.
Okay, so the second question I'm hoping is easier for you.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
You're going to want to give me more than one, too. Because I was going to say like 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
So the other thing about Mr. Chris from the Lou, he's very traditional when it comes to what we watch.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, with this being like Black History Month, love season, like, it's a lot of what we watching this month
Mm-hmm.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you do the same with like Christmas or any other holiday, like you want to watch movies that go with the holiday.
Yeah.
So, in terms of love movies,
Well,
top two. Just give me two, please. Top two love movies.
the last two that we watched
Your
the
favorite.
most recently, it's About Last Night with Kevin Hart and Michael Michael Ealy,
Hmm.
and The Perfect Match, which is a one that people may not have seen before because it's, I don't know, it has Terrence J in it. Terrence J and you know, little cameos from everybody, but it's fairly new. It's like maybe what, 2017, 2016, something like that.
So those have definitely been your go-to the last
Last
couple
couple of days,
days or
like week,
whatever.
yeah.
But what would you say, like, what movie make you feel like love? Make you think about love? Because I don't feel like them your top two movies.
I don't know. I like a lot of movies. We watch a lot of movies, so
Okay.
I don't have a
I'll let
top.
you pass on that since you can't think of
What about you?
it.
What do you think that you thinking that I like the most then?
Oh, I mean, for this season, it's a little harder than some of the other ones. But, hmm,
Right.
I really don't know.
Right. I
The
don't
two
know
I was
either.
gonna say for me would
Yeah.
be Poetic Justice and Love Jones.
Okay. We haven't watched neither one of them this year. This time frame. This year.
Not yet,
Yeah. Well, not yet.
but
But yeah, we Jump in the Broom. We watched
now I
Jump
would
in the
say that
Broom.
one would have been higher for you than the other two you named.
Jump in the Broom was funny. It has its funny moments. D. Ray Davis in there, funny, and Mike Epps, he funny.
Mhm.
So that's another one.
Okay.
Um, I haven't watched this one this year, but Baggage Claim was kind of funny, and uh, you know, and we haven't watched Poetic Justice. We haven't watched what was the other one you mentioned?
Love Jones.
Love Jones. We haven't watched them two yet. So yeah.
So I mean, and continuing to talk about love and Valentine's Day
Right, right.
or whatever. Do you remember like your first Valentine? Like who you asked, what you did? Were you nervous?
The first one I can actually remember probably was when I was like maybe 2021, and I remember around that time I remember taking this girl out that I liked. It didn't work out obviously, but even the date was kind of awkward. So um, we had went to the movies, and then we went out to dinner, and I had I put more into it than I needed to, because like we didn't really really have a good rapport on conversation and communication and everything. But that was like 21 years old, so that's like 2006, 2005, 2006. And then that's the last one. That's the first one I can remember. Like, I can't remember back in the teenage days. I don't remember.
You make me feel old.
I can't remember that far back. Like it's not significant enough for me to remember.
The first one that I remember is from high school,
Okay.
and it it was kind of funny. So, they used to do this little random thing, um, in high school where they like, you could buy somebody a rose, get it sent to their class or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the guy I was dating at the time, send me a rose to class,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember being excited about it, but I don't know what I did with the rose, and
Mm.
it's so bad because I'm still like that, like I'm so careless with flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
And so, like, getting me flowers would be a waste of your
All
money and your
bad.
time. I, like, sincerely apologize. But, yeah, you tried to do it
I did.
one
I
time
was
and it
about
was
to tell you the
just,
story. I was about to mention the story. Um,
yeah.
a couple years ago on her birthday, it was a couple birthdays ago. I had got her some flowers, and I was telling my homeboy this story too, because as a matter of fact, we had a conversation earlier about Valentine's Day. So I bought her some flowers, and she was like, "Oh, thank you." And she's like, "I don't even know what to put them in." She didn't have a
I
vase.
did not.
So what she
It's
did,
so
she put it
bad.
in. She what she tell them what you put it in.
So I had, like, this. I had this, like, real tall cup that I had got from some drinking place. I don't know. But I remember, like, I had like a big frozen drink in it before,
One of them
like,
fancy tall cups that you get like
yeah,
on like
like on the strip in
strip
Vegas
in
or
Vegas or something like
Beale
that.
Street or some stuff like that.
Right.
So I just had one of them tall little plastic things you put alcohol in usually, and I put the flowers in there.
That's exactly what she did. So I'm like, all right, well, I guess I know not to, which is kind of a good thing for me because that would be a waste of money. So I don't have to spend no 20,
But see,
12,
now you know
$15
moving
on
forward.
flowers because it ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna matter to her.
Yeah, and so I don't even know like what my relationship is with flowers, but I'm not good with them, so I just stay out of that area for real.
Right.
I mean, I do appreciate the gesture. I remember like my dad giving my mom flowers on different holidays and stuff or whatever for different occasions. I
Mhm.
remember him giving me flowers for graduation
Mhm.
and still having a real bad response. And I don't know why. I just never cared for him a whole lot. But
Mhm.
sometimes I feel like the association is too much with like bad apologies.
Mm.
So I don't know if that's like where my feelings come from or if it's just like, yeah, I don't
I'm
have
just not feeling it.
that in me.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah.
so the conversation that me and my homeboy had earlier was he was going around trying to find some flowers, and he was like, you not getting your girl no flowers?" I'm like, she not gonna care about them flowers, cause and I told him the story. And
Hmm.
he's like, "Well, shoot, that's a good thing. Then you don't have to waste no $15-20 on no flowers. That's if you already know that's not gonna be something that she gonna go all gung ho about,
Right.
So it's like cool, you know. So yeah, he was trying to figure out, get some flowers and trying to get some and try to figure some stuff out for Valentine's Day. And I'm like, yeah, I already know what I'm gonna get my woman. I'm like her naked booty fruit, what she call. She call her naked booty fruit, and we'll get some.
So for people that don't know, it's chocolate covered strawberries, but I call it the naked booty fruit because I
That's
just see it as a very intimate fruit.
that's what she said. Yeah, that's
I
what she call
mean,
it.
that's what I think of with chocolate covered strawberries. Just add a little whipped cream, do what you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, get a little
So
naked booty fruit, feed me. We have a nice little experience. I'm good.
right. So I already, that's I already know I'm gonna get them tomorrow, and we already went out on a little date earlier to a restaurant. Um, had a little meal, and now here we are. And then Friday we got some planned too. As a matter of fact, plug it in. Tonight's conversation is actually here in St. Louis on Friday, so that's actually what we're going to do. Like we're about to do these in about a couple minutes. Relationship debates, and this one's date night tonight's conversations cards.
Yeah.
So
And then we
Friday.
also actually have the after dark edition too, but
Okay, yeah,
we leave it PG a little bit for y'all right
a
now.
little bit, yeah. So, but yeah, so we got that on Friday, and then so yeah, we already got we got our things planned out. So like to see what you all are talking about for Valentine's Day. Like and subscribe. Also comment down below. Um, so what else did you want to talk about, baby?
So I mean, like you're not really super big gifts person. Like I could do stuff or give you stuff to make you feel special,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not really super big on that. So tell me more about what it means to love and support you as a partner.
Just being there. Just being there, being supportive, understanding. Um, sometimes we'll get to have conversations and talk about stuff. Uh, sometimes it's hard to open up about certain things, but when you do, you know, being able to talk about it and receive it, and just have a level of understanding and trust, loyalty. There was a week ago or so ago, actually. Speaking of that, Shaq actually was having a conversation on a podcast, and they were talking about opening up to women, and he was like, "I don't never open up to women because usually it's gonna get thrown back in your face." Now, I wouldn't say that happens all the time, but I understand where he come from as far as being very selective of who you do. But he said he never does. But I would say be selective to who you actually do open up to. Like, very selective. So, in fact, what's your thoughts on that? I mean, I don't know if you had heard that.
I heard it.
Okay.
I feel like I agree with some other comments from a couple of other people that I listened to that said like, "How you gonna take advice from somebody who doesn't have anybody?" So I mean, of course, he divorced, he's single, he out here.
Right.
And if you are in a marriage and you weren't able to do that, that's the issue. So anybody that I consider being a significant other who I'm trying to marry or in an actual marriage with, I will hope that you're a safe space for me.
Right. Right.
Right? So like you deal with enough in the world
Right.
or whatever, like I should be able to come home, vent to you, you know, talk to you about what's going on, whatever, without like having to reserve that for my girls all the time. You know, like of course, like I have my born best friend, I have like other friends or whatever I talk to on a regular basis, but like home is where you should be most comfortable.
Right. Right.
And so if I'm not comfortable coming home and talking to you about what I'm most vulnerable about, what I'm like struggling with, you know, then it's something to reconsider.
Right.
Either in our relationship or how we communicate with each other.
That's true too. I got you. I got you.
No, it's definitely times or like moments in relationships where you may feel like you have to work up to get to that point because you're not gonna feel comfortable immediately with everything.
That's true.
But I feel like once you get to the space where you feel like this your forever babe or you know whatever, everybody be my man, my man, my man or whatever. Like you doing all of that, like this should be somebody you can talk to without being irritated or like confused or worried about their response every time you say something to them.
Right. Right.
So,
Right.
that's my take on it.
So yeah, I mean, definitely, definitely could understand where he coming from a little bit because being a guy or being a man, and feeling like it's hard to open up when you do have to open up or talk about certain things, whatever. But being very selective about who you talk to or your significant other, if you really trust them and y'all in that space to, trying to, be in a long term relationship or marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
then obviously you're gonna have to have that type of space to be able to be vulnerable and talk about
Right.
certain things. And then another thing I would say also, I don't have it on me. I'm gonna have to get another one. There's an initiative that my Lady V's friend son has. It's called Black Men Need Hugs. It's an initiative that also basically just talking about mental health, men's mental health. So that could be another thing right there. It could be something that you might need to go seek or whatever, that can help you open up a little more and be a little more
Yeah.
vulnerable too,
A lot
because
of
mental
men,
health
yeah.
is very important too. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you good. A lot of men, especially our black men, struggle with that. Having to put on this image like they have it together, like they don't have pain or that they can't cry or all these other things or whatever. But we all human, we all have feelings, and we all have things we need to work through.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, for sure, for sure.
yeah,
Um, so that's definitely another thing right there that goes along with that because I mean that mental health is serious too. It breaks us down a lot without really hashing out our problems or our situations. And it's been a stigma forever in the black community,
yeah,
especially among black community in general, but also especially black men.
right,
You know, so it's been like a heavy thing since the pandemic to like really seek it out. Uh, you know, therapy. So
yeah. I feel like what has made it easy to love you is that I don't know, it's a few random things, but I think initially finding love sometimes you be like hesitant based on like what you experienced before.
mhm,
You might have like a little guard up
mhm,
or whatever. But I definitely appreciate your consistency,
mhm.
um, and your encouragement towards me or whatever.
Okay.
You definitely reassure me constantly, and um, I think like even in small subtle ways, like um, I don't know, like if it's because I never experienced it, that it's like, okay, how do I deal with it, or is it like me like being worried that it's not real, or all these other different things, but your consistency has definitely proven that you are an amazing person, and I'm
Thank you,
grateful
baby.
to have you.
Thank you, baby. I love you too. I think that our conversations and us being very cool and calm and collected when we have these conversations, we never get into arguments or be combative. Like it's usually just like smooth and flows very smooth and it's peaceful, and that makes it easy to talk to you also.
Thank you.
Like sweet spirited, very very sweet spirited, and just chill and like kind of nonchalant, but in a good way. Like just
It come
okay.
off as nonchalant.
Well, I don't know if it's that's the best way I could think of it right now, but it's just like chill, just chill, you just chill. It
Yeah.
ain't no rah 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 rah, none of that attitude and nothing like that. It's just real chill and peaceful.
Yeah, so I joke about it, but that's me in all spaces of my life for real. Like, I'm not gonna argue with you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
I don't care like
yeah,
what kind of like solution you think this gonna bring. It's not gonna bring one for me. So until you ready to talk to me in a lower tone
yeah.
or whatever, we gonna come back to this conversation. And I feel like I had to get you there a little bit.
Okay.
Um, you've definitely had some moments where it's like you want to prove that you're right, or that like you just want to get your point across,
Okay.
and you gonna do that the way you know how because you're honest and you just want to tell the truth.
Yeah.
But sometimes it can be received better with you just coming down a little bit.
Okay.
And so that's not to like say anything crazy about you or anything
Right,
as a
right, right,
person,
right.
but like just me personally, like
Mhm.
I can't deal with that with communication. Like I need like even calm tones,
Calm,
like
cool, and collected.
yeah, come
Yeah.
down,
Yeah.
talk to me like we having a conversation,
Yeah.
and we could figure this out.
Yeah. Okay. 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 What else is on the roster?
Well, I mean, we're gonna talk about a couple of these conversation parts.
Okay. Okay.
So we've been doing the relationship debates. We're gonna do a couple of those, and then we're gonna do a couple date night questions too.
Okay. Well, we're going to go to the second part of this and talk about that. So you're going to have to tune in to the second part of this. We're going to be right back. It's a Midwest thing. My name is Chris from the Lou.
And I'm Lady V.
And tune into the second part of this. Peace.